Hi, I'm Nicole Belanda. I'm the Customer Advocacy Program Manager at Rockwell Automation, and we're here to talk about results achieved. I'm joined by Mike from ParkOhio to talk about some great results that they've achieved. Hi, Mike.
Hello.
Could you introduce yourself for us, please?
Yes, my name is Mike Gerber. I'm the IT Director for ParkOhio's Assembly Components Group. ParkOhio is a global diversified manufacturer of components and capital equipment for various markets. Our specialty is supply chain outsourcing. We have over 125 facilities, over 7,000 people. My particular group is focused on automotive, and we have 19 facilities on Plex. We've been on Plex since 2009. We just recently completed the last 3 implementations, and we do a lot of machine integration to make our smart manufacturing strategy come true.
Let's talk a little more about that smart manufacturing strategy. So back when you first started with Plex, how did that all begin and come together?
The story of how we became Plex customers was we were in dire straits of a new ERP system. We were getting kicked off our old systems. We had 6 months to launch 4 plants from ground zero. So
wow.
We picked Plex because it was cloud. At the time it was called SaaS. And we were able to launch successfully in 6 months, and the rest is history. Every time we had a new plant, we implement Plex. Our goal is always to implement Plex within 6 months. And because Plex is a cloud environment, we don't have the overhead of infrastructure, so we're able to move very quickly. Once you get a common platform and the management team, the existing management team, knows how to interact with the current system, and you put that into an acquisition, suddenly they can get their own answers. They don't have to keep asking for information from the acquired company. They can look at the information, and I think that allows them to make decisions quicker and to use consistent information. I think the biggest difference is a batch environment versus real-time or near real-time. And I think the biggest challenge we see, and we see this every time, is that people that come from a batch environment are used to being able to make mistakes, have imprecise information, maybe bills of material aren't up to date. But when you're operating real-time and the shop floor will shut down if the information's not accurate, it changes the attitude. So over time, your information gets more and more accurate, and then it allows you to make better decisions. So,
sounds like there must be some change management that goes into this, as well as change of technology. How do you handle that?
So when we implement, we have a core team in the particular facility. All functions are represented. We train them. We have them go through many pilots of the system, and we try to break their old habits, and we try to instill in them that this is real time. You can't wait till tomorrow to fix the bill of material. They're running production. They need to have accurate information. Costing has to be accurate. You can't wait. You have to have good information, and that's what we try to do to bring people along.
What sort of improvements have you been able to see so far?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is costing, to be honest with you, and that's especially coming out of COVID, where understanding your cost it wasn't just a nice to have, it was critical. And I think one of the biggest things we found was with the old batch systems, the information was very imprecise. And understanding what your cost was, it just wasn't possible. And now that they truly understand their costs, we're seeing the profitability return as they understand where they need to go after improvements, whether it's pricing, efficiency gains, etc. I think on the quality side, the ability to add pkohs, and instead of just, automotive in particular, we've been talking about pkohs forever. But typically a pkoh is on one operation. So you put the widget in, it's a go or no go. What we're able to do with integration is we can actually follow a part from one end of the plant to the other, and a failed process at the beginning can stop the next process from running. And if a part happens to break process and get out of the control and finds its way to a different part of the process, we know that it's failed earlier and we stop the machine. So we kind of create a part that is a kill switch along all parts of the operation. And that's where the integration using Mach 2 has been invaluable to be able to design those types of systems along with the maintenance and engineers at our plants.
And I understand your pkoh system is built on Allen Bradley controllers, is that right?
Yes, the standard is Allen Bradley, so we do a lot of integration with Allen Bradley. We do find those are the easiest to work with. So when we hear that it's an Allen Bradley PLC, then our team gets excited because we know we could probably move a lot faster. Yeah, so one of the pkohs, and this was a critical control that we needed for our rubber group. So when you make rubber hose, the vulcanizing process is critical. And although some of the old timers will tell you they can pick up two hoses and tell you which one's vulcanized and which one's not, there's a lot of new people in our operations, and you give them two hoses and they're gonna be the same. So this comes back to, there's a lot of new people coming into our businesses. Labor's tight, so instead of having the person that's been there 10 years, you may have somebody that's been there 2 weeks. So we designed a pkoh that actually integrated our vulcanizing machines into Plex, so that if say a pan of hoses is not properly vulcanized, we contain that hose in the system, and at that point quality is alerted immediately. The hose cannot be used at any next operation. It can't be shipped. We effectively isolate that hose in the system, because once you pull it out and it moves away from that process, these things when you're in a plant with miles and miles of hose and dozens of reels of hose, they all look the same. So we fired up a new rubber mixing operation. And monitoring oil tank levels is very important. So we were able to actually tap into the existing system that was installed for, I think it was $700, and we fired up Mach 2 in a matter of 2 weeks and created a system that would automatically send messages to the buyers when it got to a critical reorder point.
It's so interesting to hear about all these different applications with the same tool and how they all bring different business values to your company. It sounds like you're still innovating too, like there's more to come, is that right?
There's a lot more to come. I think I can't say enough about the team that we've put together at Assembly Components in Park, Ohio.
I love it, I love it. Thank you so much for sharing the success that Park, Ohio is having. We hope you continue to have success as you try out these new implementations that you're looking at.